Okay, so you basically, after that big huge battle with the Gate mercenaries and the ninjas and the Scarlet Samurai, you retire after done all the paperwork and that sort of stuff. So you've been in the paper. It's been a couple of days, and you've gained some notoriety. Well, some fame, sort of. Um, and basically you're not resting on your laurels, you're carrying on with your duties of doing your nightly rounds and whatnot. None of you, I think, are any worse for wear. Yeah. So at the moment of this particular session, Hank is out of town doing some family stuff, whatever that means. Oh, sorry, Graviton is out of town with some family stuff. Um, so basically, what's going to happen, as I said, it's going to be a little bit of a thought out montage of things that happen. So there will probably be a day between each one, which means you'll get your stress points all back. I think it's the same as the tiny dungeons. Right. So you've got your communications up and running, you've got your staff up and running, you're still relatively low key about your location. There's some people probably in the neighbourhood that know, but they're not saying anything. Yeah, so we'll take it from there. It's I'm going to say a Tuesday afternoon. Tell me what you've been doing on this Tuesday in the morning. Yep. Okay, are you uptown, midtown, downtown, Sandy Hook? Well, there's so uptown is sort of the conglomerate headquarters, whereas sort of Sandy Hook is sort of some of the more infotech sort of places, and I think okay, okay, cool. Kulak, what are you doing? hmm Okay. In the super base gym or the gym where he works way over in East Parkside? Okay. Rightio. Okay. All right. Yep. Okay. Abyss. Mm-hmm. Alrighty. Yep. Um. Mm-hmm. So basically, you and Kulak will become aware of this before Evan Mystic. She'll get a call a minute or so later. But basically, you're on the way. There is an issue in Bayside. Apparently, there is a suspected superpower villain, and what is he doing? He is robbing. Um, what would he be robbing in Bayside? He'd be robbing a jewellery store. So you're hearing the police, your communication officer sort of he informed you a suspected super. Apparently he's got some sort of abilities, who knows. Yeah. You have some little flying devices, sort of hovered bike things, and I believe you've a big um, amphibious vehicle that flies and goes in the water. Something like that is being built, but of course it takes a wee while. probably, unless you have super speed or flight. One level. Okay. So I don't know. That's the problem. Something like that. Yeah. Mhm. It's a little bit difficult to do that, but anyway. Well, you also got super strength, so that doesn't make a difference. So you're running as fast as you can. Right. So, um, meanwhile, at I don't know the name of your business. Sorry, Tara. Tara. Sorry. Okay. Oh well, we'll say at your business for now. I know some of the interest it has. So you're dealing with a couple of people who are trying to start up a new initiative in a close by town. Um, you're about two-thirds of the way through the meeting when your little indicator, whether it's on a brooch or in your purse or in your ear or something, alerts you to the fact that um, the someone from the communication hub of yours, your headquarters, is trying to communicate with you. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep, so it'll be one of your officers. So apparently Kulak and Abyss have headed off to Bayside. They give the location, and apparently there's a jewellery robbery being actioned right now, and it is believed that the individual or individuals have some sort of powers. Mm-hmm. Okay, so how are you getting there? Are you going by your business sort of car, or are you calling upon your little minions that have got flight that can get you there, or what are you doing? Yeah, but it would only give you your normal speed. Okay. Okay, so you've got an address, so that's about as close as you can get. Not knowing the full details. How many are you bringing in? Yep. How many and what form? Okay, and what forms are you wanting them to be in? Yep. Mm-hmm. Okay. One is a human. Cool. Okay. So they're going to hear. Well, they're running, but I mean they're going to do one movement. So, but running gives them a total. They've got to be careful with running. I get that out of a tiny dungeon. So I think they can run So how many stress capacity do these guys have? Is it one or two?
They are at
Two. Okay, two. So they can run for 2 rounds before they have to rest, otherwise they become exhausted. So, and then like the rest of the round, and they can run again for 2 rounds. But when you run, you can move up to 4 times your normal movement rate. So they can move up 100 feet. They can move two lots of 100 feet, and then they have to move at 25, and then back to 200 feet, sort of thing. So they have to do that to get there. But that'll be, whereas you're going 25 feet, 25 feet, 25 feet, 25 feet. Okay, but you're on the way. So Kulak, you and Abyss arrived there. Um, on the road, there are also already some police cars parked both on your side and on the other side of the road, down the road I should say, just stopping pedestrians and other cars sort of entering the zone. You can see on the north side of the road, I'm not going to give it a name, but on the north side of the road there seems to be a broken in building. So this road is full of um, quite well-to-do shops. So things like fashion accessories, jewellery, sort of expensive bric-a-brac, that sort of stuff, more than anything else, um, is what you're sort of dealing with. So,
I will post it up to the police line then.
yep.
Town, Abysses joke and says, you guys order a drink.
They look at you and say, no.
At which point, I will zero clear from the joke. Not funny.
Come
Right, they say. So you'd be those ageist people.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, they do a quick call to the mayor's office, who does give the okay for you guys to intervene. At this moment, you are under the auspices of the deputisation, which means, of course, you can't do anything that's illegal, and you can only meet harm with like harm, so to speak. So they'll step aside and let you do the work.
Do yeah. So
Is there any information you guys have?
We're not sure. We think there's 4 people. We believe one of them to be able to use some sort of super abilities. The other 3 we think are just ordinary hoods with guns. We know that there are 3 shop people in there, and we believe there's about another 4 customers being held by one of the gunmen. And yeah, they at the moment they haven't had any demands issued. So if you can do this as quietly as you can, that'd be fantastic. And of course not endangering the 7 civilians that are in there.
Most definitely. Can we see the shop from here or not?
Oh yeah, it's quite obvious. He points it out. It's the one that's got the big huge broken in windows. You can see also that they didn't even have time to, well if they did it didn't work, to activate the automatic protection, things like, like a gate would fall or something, or something like that. Nothing's been activated.
Is there any other entrances to the shop or anything else like that?
They believe that there would be one around the back. They've got police around there.
And what are the what's are the shops either side and above?
So nothing above, nothing above. It's a 2-story jewellery kind of shop, with some offices up above, and sort of warehousing sort of things, and jewellery making sort of rooms. Um, the shop to its closest to you, to its right, would be a shop that deals in silk scarves and the like. The shop to the left is one that deals in furniture sort of imported from overseas, made of precious metals and stuff. But they've gone for the jewellery.
And the walls between the two buildings, like, are these
It's
shops
all
in the same building?
they. It's well, they're assuming it's standard cinder brick sort of stuff.
But we should not be destroying walls in between them.
If it was just gym, it wouldn't really be too big an issue.
So, what are you guys up to? What are you doing?
Well, I think we'll stealth our way in by the back, see if there's anything. So, let's get any kind of sewer access would be the other one for me.
Water mains.
Well, there is a fire hydrant right there.
No sizable way for me to enter though. Remember, I'm still a physical thing.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you
yeah.
can't squeeze out through the sprinklers.
No,
I can't squeeze out through the sprinklers or through the taps really.
yeah.
That was the power I was looking at. Instead I took the ability to, what was it, turn translucent?
Yeah, basically when you're in water you're very hard to see.
No, you've like, I extended it to being outside. That was what I spent my 10 minutes.
hmm
Like minor invisibility / chameleon ability.
So you're trying to sneak in.
Yep.
Okay, so using your translucentness, give me a roll on 2d6. 5 or 6 obviously means you do it, but if I am looking,
I'll sneak around to the roof, I suppose, actually.
okay, so you start climbing up where you are, which is, I'm not even going to ask you to make a roll because it's just one level up and it's pretty easy for you. Okay, Abyss, you turn translucent, you sort of move, moving very slowly and carefully.
Trying to hug.
Yep. So you do that until you get like around about a foot away from where you're expecting the windows to be. You can already see that the glass here has been pushed in, so they attack from the outside in. Um,
I'm also
cu-
asked over the radio how far away Evan is.
okay, so by this time she wouldn't be that close. So you guys, as I said, are over here. I believe this up here is her office. So her folks would be at around about here right now, and she would be a quarter of the way there. So she's going to take several combat rounds to get to you. They are going to get there a lot quicker because they can move a lot faster.
I was just thinking, how long would it take me to sprint there before I sprint back?
Well, you can't because she's on a little puffy cloud floating.
I could
Yeah,
shout it.
and if she gets down to ground level, you sort of picked up.
It's up to you if you want to say that to her.
Evan, you want to join the Galactic Transport Club? Alright.
Muted again. What is that?
I can
It's
pick you up.
yeah, it's the Kalak Express.
It's what we like to call the RATS, or Rapid Access Transit System.
If you get me to, aren't you all already?
He's there. Yep, he's there, but he can run it.
I'm looking at the jewelry
Yeah.
place.
He can move 200 miles an hour. He's got super speed 1.
But it would
As
be
much
quite
as that might be, it would probably be best if you deal with things as soon as you can. I'll go from there when I get there.
Yep.
Trust me.
So, from where I am, Stephen, I'm just going to start listening to see what's happening.
I'm
Okay.
not 100% sure what we can do with hostages involved in this thing.
Well, you never know. Yep, he is. So basically, what you can hear is somebody threatening the hostages. They're very quiet.
Missed everything from what you've just said there because my bloody headset decided to cut out.
Okay. Basically, you can hear someone threatening the hostages who are very quiet. It's obvious he's got some sort of weapon pointed at them because he talks about shooting them in the face if they make a peep. The other thing is his voice sounds kind of young. This probably isn't an older person. You can hear some other muffled sort of noise. There are some others talking. You can hear the odd bit of smashing as they're grabbing stuff and packing it into their whatever they're carrying sort of stuff. And someone said that Fenton's going for the safe. And it's about then you can hear a strained creaking sound. No, they are definitely not subtle. So yeah, so you hear a creaking sound that you probably would guess would be metal being torn from metal.
The wrenching sort of thing off the safes from doors being ripped off.
Possibly.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So,
Kulak, you would be very familiar with that sound if you could hear it. You kind of do the same thing at times if you need to. So, okay, so I'm going to ask Kulak, you've managed to get onto the, it's not really the roof, you sort of the overhang, you know, the top of the overhang, the, not called a veranda, I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, you're there, you are standing by one of the windows into the building on the top level.
Any of your windows open?
No.
Would I be able to squeeze through?
None open, but you could easily, if you could open one, you could easily get in.
Yeah, I was going to say, what kind of latches do they have? Do these just have...
These are metal windows, so probably sliding. They do have a metal grate on the inside, so obviously they open them, and but you know it's still, but for you it's probably going to be next to nothing.
Only problem is the noise.
At the moment, apparently, according to Abyss, there's a bit of noise going on down below.
it sounds like something has stretched from the hinges, so
Yeah, I'll deal with a pissed off person for one broken window then.
hmm
Buzz.
Okay, so basically, I'm not going to bother asking you to do anything. You pretty much just force the window open, rip open the latch, so to speak, and then you're going to bend the mesh inside that would stop a normal person getting through. You just sort of push it in, sort of thing, and move through it, leaving it sort of got like that frozen sort of being pushed through look. You're in some sort of office, desk, some filing cabinets, some shelves with various, you know, boxes on them, file boxes, that sort of stuff. No one else there, and the door, of course.
Door, if there's a door.
Yep.
And listen. I'll pretty much quickly scout around this top level, listening at all doors, making sure
Okay,
nobody's up here.
give me a 2d6, please. Okay, you don't hear anybody as you listen to the door. So it's obviously okay to go into the next room. Okay, going to switch down to Abyss. If you're going to do any action that's going to involve them, we're going to go into initiative. Otherwise, you can just say what you're doing.
it's going to sort of make I'm going to kneel down
hmm
and see me poke my translucent head around the corner and see if there's anybody actually in the room.
Right. Okay. Can you give me a 2d6 just to want to see how much detail you do get? Okay. Rightio. So you're looking into a building that is approximately 35 feet wide. The door is actually in the middle. So 15 feet on one side, you've got some glass cases going down the side, like parallel, sorry, not parallel, perpendicular to the road, and then there's one at the back that goes parallel all the way along the length of the 35 feet, and then a cabinet that comes up, and then you've got one or two small sort of square upright cabinets dotted around. By one of the upright cabinets, most of the cabinets have been smashed in on somewhere. There's a guy with a case and he's smashing and grabbing stuff off the top of them. There's another guy who is actually staring right at you, but he hasn't seen you. He is on the opposite wall just inside of the building. He's got a shotgun by the looks of it. The guy that's threatening the hostages has also got a shotgun. The guy that you can see pulling out the jewels out of the cases and stuff, he seems to have a handgun in his back, like, you know, tucked down the small of his back, between his pants and his shirt. You can and in the behind the door that goes into the back, which has been pushed off its hinges, you can see about 10 feet in further, you can see this guy who is slowly, just like a sardine tin, just peeling the door off, just as he just keeps on. You can see, as I said, there's 3 people that look like they would be workers, and then you've got 4 people who are probably customers. The guy on the other side, that's opposite you, looking at you, could easily turn his gun onto the hostages as well if he needed to. At the moment, he's sort of more good at trained for the outside. What you can also see is there are various cars parked. You're not sure which one theirs is. It's not obvious as to which one is their getaway car. I'll need you to do another check. Yes, okay. Rightio. You see a white panel van. It seems to be... It's always the white panel van, unless it's the black one. Yeah, well. There's actually a driver in there, and you can see that on the dashboard there lies across it a shotgun. And this guy, when you look at him, he's actually got a balaclava pulled over his face. All of them have balaclavas pulled over their faces, so you can't see them, but yeah, you can really hear them. It's on the side of the road, yeah, and it's around about 10 feet further on from the other side of the building. So like you've got 35 across, and then it's about 45 in a parking space just further down there. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll need... Yep, so we'll need to do some opposed things there. Mm-hmm. Okay.
The pilots say radio that we're in the covering is
Unfortunately, you sort of move around about half your movement, so you're at sort of roughly the door, and the guy who's looking out suddenly realizes what's happening, and he will shoot at you. No, the guy in the building who's looking out. Yeah.
Like, is this like how high was this window? Was it quite from the ceiling?
Pretty much, but you had a little bit of room. But the thing
Yeah,
is,
but I
he saw
hope
you.
it was
Waist height.
waist height.
He still saw you, no matter what it was. He's got the role to see you.
Yeah.
But we'll see what he does anyway. And he misses you anyway. So he obviously shoots too soon. The concrete in front of you sort of is pitted with the whole of the shotgun shot. The others sort of turn around in mid sort of what?
Yeah, basically at that point freeze in the hopes that again they can't, spy my outline.
Okay.
So try that. Does he just get twitchy and thinks he saw something in the hopes that he didn't?
Okay. So they're asking what the hell's happening. And he says, I thought I saw something. There's a yell out from the back. What's happening? It's actually a little bit chaotic. They're a little bit unnerved, a bit nervous or something. You're not quite sure.
I'm hoping that it was just the fact that, they're going to write it off as being twitchy.
Mm,
So I'm just going to stay as still as I can in place.
yeah. Not firing at you at the moment, but I'll go back to Kulak right now. Yep, Kulak, you're opening the door.
There's a shotgun blast from down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shotgun blast.
Mm-hmm.
Quietly open the door. There's not multiple shots, so
No. Yep. So you're faced with a corridor. Over the way is another doorway. If you look into the building, there's a set of stairs that lead down.
cool. I really need to check. Have I checked this top floor or not yet?
No,
Haven't had a chance to.
no.
I really need to check the top floor.
But a shotgun has been fired. What does that do for you?
Downstairs. Yeah,
Yeah.
true. Yep, I'll creep my way down.
Okay, you get over to the stairs, have a look down. What you can see is a guy. He's in a rather gaudy sort of grey-blue sort of one suit sort of outfit. He's got some like big huge dark goggles on. And he's in the process of ripping off a metal door. He's got his head over his right shoulder and he's saying something like, so what happened? And there's no more talk down there, and he's sort of moving back to start trying to pull the door off some more. Yeah. So he would be at the bottom of the stairs and around about 6 feet on. So you could easily, if you want to sneak down, you could easily sneak down to him because he wouldn't be seeing you at the moment. His head's the wrong way.
That's what I want to do. Is I want to sneak down,
hmm
kind of check around the corner, because I need to get rid of the guy that's covering the hostages.
hmm Okay, so give me a sneak roll. 2d6.
Focusing, if that's possible.
Yes, you can.
That's 3d6.
Yep. No. Fo-
6 when you're looking for fire.
4, 5, and 6. Yeah, we found that out. Yeah.
Anyway, any of those dice in combination.
Yep. So they're all good. So you sneak down and you're almost right on top of this guy. Unfortunately, you can't do anything because you've used your 2 actions. But we're going to go straight into initiative now. So by now,
See Kulak in the door.
Yep.
I'm going to.
My head kind of just pokes around
well,
the corner.
yeah, at the moment you don't see him because you are stock still to make sure the guy doesn't see you. But you do have your communicator in there, but Akula can't say anything at the moment. So by now, Eva Mystic, you're down here, just above the U of Uptown, and your folk are around about here. They're about halfway. Moving, as we said, a lot quicker. Okay, so both of you now need to go into initiative. Okay, 36, yeah. So 9 for Abyss, 5 for Kulak, and for the big guy a 6. And I'm going to do a separate roll for the others. 7. Okay, Abyss, you're up first. What are you doing?
Okay, so are they still gawking in my general direction?
The other guy is. The hostage guy is doing some more threatening and pushing the gun near some guy's head who's just sort of cowering. The other guy has gone back to smashing in the tops of the cabinets and just pulling whatever he can and chucking them into the bag.
You said that there was a fire hydrant nearby, eh?
Yep.
Yeah. Any chance that I might be able to yeah, what area is a distraction? I'm gonna try and, surreptitiously throw a water ball at the fire hydrant and attempt to blow it up. Start spraying heavy water.
Public property damage.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, is there any way that I can just, hit
No.
it, knock the cap off? No.
No.
Basically, it's gonna destroy the whole house. Yeah,
You
nothing
need to
like
be over there and do it as quietly as you can.
anything else, so I'm just gonna flip it.
Or try to. Where you go.
Yeah. Really?
No, you don't. But in doing so, you give away your location.
Yeah.
And thus, next, so basically the hostage guy is going to turn his attention to where his friend yells out to shoot you. But he's only going to get one action. The guy who's ready at the wall is going to get 2 shots. The guy with the handgun basically is going to get his handgun ready because that's all he can do because he's in mid-theft. So I'll just do the hostage guy first. So he gets 1 shot at you. Miss. And the guy who's prepared, miss, and miss. So they're all done, which leads us down to Kulak, I believe. Oh no, the yeah, the big guy. So he turns around, he stops pulling the door. He still hasn't noticed Kulak, so he turns around to go and move into the front of the office, saying, "What the hell's happening? What are you shooting at?" And then someone says, "It was another supers." Okay, so this guy's saying, "Oh, I've been waiting to test this." And then he sort of strides into and comes out to the front, and then he does something. I can't say what. Boom. And then that's where he ends his turn. And then Kulak. Alright, what we've done too, because we've done it in a tiny dungeon game which we've been playing on Monday instead of the Monday game, was a charge. You can do a charge if you want to. What it means is the charges, you've got to be able to run at the person. If you do, you run and you get an attack. If you succeed, you add 1 more point to the damage, but and you attack with disadvantage, so only 1 dice, or if it's your mastered attack, it's 2 dice. I know, disadvantage is just always 1 dice. And you also give them the opportunity to hit you easier. But it's up to you. So like if people have used up a whole lot of actions, they tend to want to use the charge as a move and an attack thing, but they can only attack with 1d6, and somebody can then attack them on 1 point extra. So in this case it'd be a 4, 5 or a 6 if they decide to turn around and attack you. That's if they're still conscious after you've hit them successfully, because I think you normally do 2 points of damage anyway. So if you were successful, you'd be able to do 3 points. That's a hell of a lot in this game.
I'm much more concerned about the hostages at the moment.
Yep.
So, hostage guy, is there nearby? Is where I'm still shit by any chance?
Not that you can see where you are, because you're in the back section of the office, of the
Yes.
thing. Yeah.
I will just casually walk out and up to the hostage guys. Intention is out the front. If I happen to see a fire hydrant or a cash register or some antique club little person, I shall use that to
Well,
finish
is
this.
there a normal
Well,
door? I think you've already opened hinges with him, pushed on it.
yeah, good point.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll be inside the store, but we shall find out.
Right, and then you whack him on the head, do you?
So it makes friendship.
I will, because I want to place myself between
Mm-hmm.
them and the hostages. Or
Well, do it as a charge. Pick the door up, which is an action. Charge over to him and attack him. Um,
except I want to clear a path for the hostages to get out the back door as well.
okay, well you can tell them get out the back.
If a charge will clear the way for them to escape,
Yep.
that's what I shall do.
Well, a charge can't. It just means you can do all that because picking the door up is going to be an action.
I've got 3 actions.
Oh, well there you go. So,
Buys the weapon.
okay, you can do it without the charge. But if you do a charge and you do get successful, you do an extra point of damage. But that's up to you. You don't have to.
I'm not worried about the damage. I just want to get the hostages
Okay.
out at the moment,
Cool.
and I can rampage.
So you pick up the door, you move over to the guy, and then you attack the shit out of him. Hopefully with the door. Okay, make your roll.
This is back facing me.
Yeah, they're all facing the front.
Right. Now
Do you get do you get bonuses for that?
No, unfortunately not. No,
Okay, in which case I'll be like, hey buddy.
better up, bush. Unfortunately, you don't hit anything.
With it.
Yeah.
So 1 for the door, 2 to move over, 3 to slow down.
Yeah.
Yep.
But you're the last person, weren't you, in the round to go? Okay, so we go back to initiative, and we'll see what the hell happens with this new latest.
At least I'm in the firing line.
Yep. They're on a 10. Abyss is an 8. Kulak
7.
7. Okay. They all spin around. So the big guy moves over and punches you. The guy with the outside gun is still going to have a go at Abyss. The guy's got the handgun, really doesn't know what to do. And the guy who was the hostage is trying to defend himself from the door welding maniac. So he will be shooting at you, but only gets 1 action. So the guy who is punching you first manages to hit you.
Ah, that moves us
1d6. Get a 5 or a 6. Not quite. So he does inflict. Sorry, excuse me. 2 points of damage to you. So he himself has super strength. And the guy, the hostage guy, lets off his shotgun and hits the roof. He is really panicking. The other guy has another 2 shots at Abyss. Yeah. That's yep. So the first one misses, and probably the second one misses. Yeah, he's spraying. Yeah, he's spraying the parked cars and the general area you're in. He's taking out windows. He's taking out headlamps, redecorating. Yeah, and he's not really shooting you either, which is even better. Okay, so it's a bit of mayhem at the moment, but that's what they do. Then it's up to, I think, is it Abyss then Kulak? Yep.
Right, so I'm going to give myself some cover from the window,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to take a pot shot at the guy that was double blasting at me.
Okay. There you go. He's got basically he's got very minor cover. So
Jesus.
no. Okay. Okay. Just the general area is water all over there. So he's not going to react to that. Maybe he can't react to it, but he does get a slight bonus. Okay, you've now got partial cover, and partial cover, I'm just trying to remember what I'm going to do with partial cover. I don't know if there's a rule in the book, but basically partial cover is going to reduce one of their hits by one. So if they've only got 2 5s, then of course it becomes a 4 and it's a miss. If they've got a 5 and a 6, then I might reduce a 6 to a 5, both hits sort of thing. But one of their hits will be reduced by 1. And that may mean that they miss you completely because of the partial cover. And same for you if they have partial cover. Rightio, so Kulak with the door and the big guy, or the
Smarter than you.
or the guy with the thing in my block. Yep.
And kind of change my attention to the guy with the shotgun. Hey, buddy.
All right. And you got 3 attacks this round, haven't you?
Yep.
4 heavy moves each.
Bash.
Okay, you hit the guy with the yeah, he's
Steel door or wood door?
it's a wooden door. It's a wooden door. No, the steel door is the one that he's trying to pull off. So that's 2 points of damage.
Still standing.
Yeah.
Bash him again.
Okay. That's another hit. That's another 2 points of damage. And he,
Hold the door up.
yeah, no. He falls over and the gun falls to the ground. The big, yeah. And then what are you doing?
Throw the door at the shotgun guy.
I thought
In the
it was
corner.
strikes and he's out, not 2 strikes.
Yeah, throw the door.
So that's a ranged attack. So do you have any proficiency in ranged attack? It's a
Nah,
1d6.
better off just bashing this guy.
Mhm.
Well, saying to the guys, are you guys going to leave? And then bash the big guy.
Okay, so well, at toward the end of the round, the hostages are taking your cue and getting up and running to the back. And you miss, but that's okay. You've taken out one of the guys. You have destroyed an already destroyed door. That's gone now. But that's okay. You got your fists, and you got sticks, and your sticks. You got sticks. So okay, cool. And that's the end of the round. So we're going to initiative. So by now, Evan Mystic, you are basically up to where your people were, and they are coming down the corner, and they're just about to engage. They've got one more combat round before they do anything. No, they don't. No. But they were there to reconnoiter for Dark Maiden, so they're going to do their job. Okay, 2d6 everyone. Well, Abyss and Kulak. Okay, Kulak, you're up first.
Door broken.
Well, you got sticks, you got bits of wood. You know.
I was going to say, there's a shotgun at my feet. That looks like a very nice club.
Okay.
So, drop the sticks, pick up the shotgun.
Mhm.
Yeah, better.
Make your roll.
Oh. Is it an action picking up the shotgun?
It will be.
Okay.
Or you could just hold on to the wood and just whack that and destroy it.
You just keep going until it's chopsticks.
Yeah, I suppose I should just do that. And I would just ignore this dude. Just be like, walk over to the dude with the pistol.
Chopsticks.
Yeah.
You're next.
Make your roll. Nope.
And a hit.
And a hit. Doing 2 points of damage to him. Okay.
Two swings.
Moving over.
Yeah. So this guy's going to be smart and try to dodge the crap out of you and use one of his actions. Oh no, he takes 2 points of damage. And then he fires. Yeah, and then he fires his pistol. Not that his pistol's going to do a shotload of damage. misses. Okay. The other guy is a bit pissed off that you didn't pay him attention, so he storms over to you and he has a punch at you. The guy who's pulling the door off, and he hits you and does 2 points of damage. He says, "Look at me!" Sorry?
But I managed to dodge that.
No. And he
Do you regen have points? It effect rounds or at the end of each round? Yeah. I
yeah,
was just wondering.
we can have a look. Okay, regen. Each round, tier 1, start of your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's on your initiative number. At the start of your turn. Nope.
He's just trying to punch me.
Yep. And the other shotgun guy, and then I think Abyss. You both got partial cover.
Be right back.
Yep. Okay, the shotgun guy is going bangy. Okay. Which still hits, but that's one hit, doing a point of damage. And then bangy takes it down to a 5, but that's still a hit. So manages to inflict 2 points of damage on you. Yep, and then I think you're up.
Right, I'm going to focus head blade.
Okay, make your attack. Yes, and he can't dodge it, which means he takes 3 points. Yep, okay, he takes 3 points of damage. Doesn't take him out, but he's not looking happy. Okay, we go back up to the last round. Basically, Eben's creatures will do a reconnoiter, and then one will turn around and go back to her to tell her what's happening. The others will just wait for further instructions once it can be relayed to her what's happening. Yep. So cool. Initiative. This is only the first thing. God.
But yeah, they can function on their own. The initiative that they can help with.
As long as you give them an instruction. So that's the thing.
Well, my instruction was go help those two.
Can't you see through their eyes?
No, she can't. No, because they don't have that ability.
They are independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these ones have one action or two? They only have one. I'm thinking they only have one.
No, these are the ones. Yeah.
Okay, right, yeah, cool. Okay, well, roll initiative please for your other three. The human, the lion, and the other eagle. Okay, Abyss is up first at the moment, then Kulak, then them, and Eben Mystics folks. Oh, just one, so 9. So basically, they'll just all go at once. So basically, it goes Abyss, Kulak, and Eben Mystics, 3 shadow creatures, and then the villains. So, away you go, Abyss.
Now, the dude with the big thing on his, sorry, the super strong dude,
Yep.
actually has picked me at the moment, doesn't he?
Kinda. Well, he's more outside on, because he's moved over to Kulak. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a pot shot at him, actually.
Okay.
Again, focusing to throw.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, that misses him. It's then that you realise that this guy has a secondary superpower, the superpower of force fields, which means you can only hit him on a 6. Yeah.
Well, hang on, doesn't focusing add 1 or does it?
No, it just it lowers it down to a 4, 5, or 6 hits normally. Yeah.
So it basically makes it so 6 is
The only number you can get them on.
worthless against him.
Yeah, but you didn't know that until you did it. Yeah.
Making sure that it's not that, it would then be,
Yeah. So, then it goes down to Kulak. What are you doing? Fisticuffs
This guy
or?
just screamed to look at me, so I'll look at him.
Uh
There
huh.
we are, I looked at him, tap him on the cheek. I'll be a good little boy and sit down and wait to be arrested, and then turn around to the
Well,
again.
the thing is, you can't tap him on the cheek because you actually wouldn't have seen him. Um,
I'm not trying to hit him or anything.
No,
I'm
no.
just doing the
Yeah.
insult to injury.
Yep. Okay, that's all cool. But I think you've only got 2 actions this round or something, have you? Or you still?
I'm still holding wood, so I would have 3, but I'm happy to
Okay.
use an action.
No, that's all cool. That's all cool. Where you go?
And then I'll turn around and deal with this pistol guy.
Mm-hmm. That's a hit, and he flakes out and goes down.
Turn around, smile at the dude, walk over to the last shotgun guy.
Okay.
Hit them.
And he goes down because Abyss has already taken him out for. Yep. So, Evan, Mister, your folks are going to have to move into the building. They won't be able to attack this round because they've only got 1 action, don't they? Okay, right. So, but next round they'll be able to. So they'll move in. So there's now basically 5 people there, or creatures that can do an attack on this other lone guy, who's extremely infuriated. He storms over to Kulak and he'll whack the crap out of you, or try to. You will pay attention to me! Whack. And yes, he does hit you for 2 points. He's not happy at all.
I can't dodge that either.
Yeah, so it's 2 points down. And he's pretty much now put himself in view of Abyss and the shadow creatures because they're right by the front of the building now. The hostages have gone. The other gunmen are all out cold. And the only thing that you've damaged so far is a door.
And a window.
Well, upstairs, yeah, but that's not too bad, you know.
Okay. Next round.
Next round. So this is the round where everyone will be probably doing something. Okay, 8, 12 for Kulak, 11 for Abyss, and for your folk, Evan, Mystic. 2d6. 9. Okay, you guys get to go first. It's pummel time on the guy, I think. Kulak, what are you doing?
Turn around. Now that I've dealt with the serious threats, it's your turn.
Oh, that's 1 hit for 2 points of damage. I'm just thinking. Well, he won't he? No, he thinks he's a big guy, so he won't try to evade that. So he takes 2 points. Yep. Abyss. What are you up to?
Sorry, I was
Yeah.
trying to find my cats. So I'm going to use my first action to try and shoot him in the back.
Well, side on, but that's okay. Yep. Yep.
And then the other one I'm going to use to sort of maneuver towards the escape vehicle in the hopes of taking that out.
Okay.
There's a 6.
There's the 6, and that hits him, and that's 3 points.
3 points of lethal damage.
Okay, he's definitely knocked. Okay, and then Ebon Mystic, your folk, your lion, your humanoid, and your eagle.
Okay. Okay, so there are no other hostages going.
No hostages? Nope, just the big bad.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Well then, they're going to all launch at him
Cool.
simultaneously.
Yep.
The guy's going to do a jump kick. The lion is going to come low
He is the weapon.
Yeah, he's coming at his head.
Okay, make your rolls. So lion first.
Well, I'm just gonna roll aggro, so I'll just ignore the last one.
Okay, so
They probably all missed.
hang on, 8. Oh, it'd have to be 2 4s.
Was the last one that would have hit if he...
And the last one would have hit, yeah.
The okay. Yeah, it would have. Bugger. Okay. Yep, they all miss, but that's okay. There's a flurry of movement and action around him that, is not good. So he is going to, his first one, he's just going to strike out at probably the lion being the slightly biggest one of the lot. And then he's going to refocus and, not refocus, he's going to remember, oh, Kulak's there. He misses the lion anyway. And then he has a go at Kulak with a punch and hits you for 2 more points of damage. And then we go back into initiative. By now you would probably be around here, just about to turn the corner and come down the road to where they are, which is down over here. So you're probably about 2 combat rounds away. So Ibmis's on a 10, Ibis on a 5, Kulak's on a 5. He is on a... oh, sorry. He is on a 9. Ibmistic, your 3 folk get to have their turn first. Same with tactic. Yep.
Yeah, the bird is going to try and distract him. That's what the bird is doing.
Okay.
Well, the human is going to run behind him, crouch down, and the lion is going to try and barrel into him. Basically, they're going to try a triple attack
Okay.
on him.
Cool. So the lion is the third one. Okay, so no, that's cool because the owl has managed to distract him, which is going to have an effect in the game. Because then he goes next. So he's going to be trying to strike out at the owl, but he's only going to successfully hit on a 6. And he misses the owl completely. Then again remembers Kulak's there, so he's going to go back to Kulak and hits you another for 2.
I'll try and dodge this one.
Okay.
1d6.
1d6, yeah. Nope, you get done for 2. And then I think it's down to you and Abyss. So Abyss, you are over near the vehicle.
I'm going to attempt to blow the tire off.
Okay. We'll damage it, but away you go. That'll do some damage, so that'll do 3 points of damage, so you definitely have done enough to take the front left tire out. So the van starts moving backwards really quickly, backing out. What are you doing? Because you've got another attack. Or you've got another action.
How close was I? Was I only throw one full turn?
You would have been around about 15 feet away. So 25 would have got you to, yeah.
I was about to say, I'm going to attempt to move and actually jump onto the /into the vehicle if they've got it forward.
Not in, but on is possible. So this will be considered a charge type maneuver. No, okay, so you missed. Unfortunately, you missed it. So, but he's still backing away from you, and probably cracking into something shortly. Okay, then we go down to Kulak.
I was going to say, he's not going to get out both sides of the street up the fence.
Yeah, and he's got a flat tire. Well, he's got a very bad crooked rim actually. So he's going to have some difficulty. What are you doing, Kulak?
I just look at this guy and sigh and shake my head.
Mm-hmm.
Once.
Nice. For 2 points, huh? and he can't dodge, and that takes him out. Okay guys, you have successfully stopped this gang, and apparently they're actually very young. Like the youngest is 17, the oldest is around about 23, and this guy called Bam, who is known to the police as Fenton Wallace, is a low-level crim who has somehow developed these extraordinary powers of super strength and force field. So they put on some nullifier cuffs on him and they take him away, and you think then the hostages are they're bringing a thing, but we're just going to have to go quickly back to what happens with the guy in the car, which I think is going to be all over pretty quickly. But we'll just do the initiative. So the guy in the car has got a 5, or the van I should say, and your initiative is an 8. What do you wish to do with this? Oh, yep,
Sorry, I'm going to focus
yep.
and take out the other tyre.
Okay, Evan Mystic, you're close enough to do something. You are close enough to do something.
Okay, so what do I see again?
You will see a white van backing out rather hurriedly. You'll have probably heard Abyss say the getaway vehicle, they're trying to get away. I've taken out the left front tyre. Abyss.
Okay.
So Abyss, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 attacks.
Okay.
Right for the tire. The car's a crash cam.
No, it hasn't, but you can probably see the back tyres. I think Abyss was going for both front tyres.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast a spell
Yep.
that will melt the doors. There's only one person in there?
As far as you can tell, the others have all been taken care of.
I'm not going to take any chances. I'm going to melt basically fuse, not melt.
Yep.
Fuse both the front doors, the passenger and the driver's side doors.
Right. Mhm.
Basically making the metal one as opposed to
Yep.
the door.
Cool. Cool. Okay. Make your roll.
So, it was a range attack or designated roll?
It's your normal ranged attack spell roll. So if you what's your mastered weapon?
Magic.
Then it's 3d6. Twice. And you've hit the front tyre, have you, Abyss?
No, like that was me accidentally clicking D.
Okay.
Damn it.
What? That's okay.
Right when I was trying to get to
Yeah, that's all cool.
So yes, I do successfully.
Right. Yep. You take the front tyre, other front tyre out, and we're about to see what happens to the doors. That looks like it's going to be a success. There's at least one success there. Yep. And then your second attack on the other side, I'll take it. So we've got the driver's side. We'll take that one first. Oh yes, got it. Yep. Okay, he's now sealed into a vehicle that's not moving very well. So I'm going to get him to make a piloting roll on a 1d6.
A couple of people.
Yep.
Yep.
He manages to get this bloody thing moving forward towards the cordon at a very slow rate. He's probably not going to pick up enough speed to bust through the cordon, so he's probably going to impact.
but he doesn't
Well,
know
if he
Not yet, no.
if he passes by, if I get one more shot to take out a rear tire.
That's okay, because as he moves on, you'll be able to take out a rear tyre. Each one of you will have a, well, apart from Kulak, you two will have one last attack. So Abyss, you go first. And then Evan, Mystic, you can decide what you want to do.
Okay. Focus and fire.
Yep.
Aim.
Yep. There goes his other tyre. It's slowing the vehicle down even more. Evan Mystic, what are you doing?
I'm going to. This is the actual spell.
Yep.
Spend 1 round of focus.
Yep.
Second one, I'm going to twirl my fingers in the air in front of me, and a line of sparkly energy
Yes.
funnel down in front of the car, and up out of the ground will rise a. You've seen those
Spider's web.
air mattresses that they use in movie sets?
Not really. Oh, the big, huge inflatable ones, the ones they fall on as the stunt
Yeah,
doubles. Yep,
yeah.
one of those.
Right in front of me.
Okay, let's see how you go. So on a 4, 5 or 6, 2d6 you get it. Is it a...
I got a 5.
Cool. Okay, all of a sudden in front of this slowly moving van towards this huge mattress, he impacts on that, and then Abyss, you're about the only one who can see, he panics and tries to get out, then he suddenly realises the door won't open. So he's panicking, he looks, he grabs the shotgun and then smashes the glass open.
But he's probably got a million cops in front of him right now.
Yeah, and then he looks up and he sees a whole lot of
He's walking up the street.
guns pointed at him, and he drops the shotgun outside the door and just holds his hands up outside through the window in the broken glass. And then we can finish that part there. So it was a very young gang. The interesting thing is, how the hell did the Fenton get what he's got? But that was your Monday. Okay? So, on a Tuesday, what is everyone doing in the morning on a Tuesday?
Again, it's a repeat.
First
And,
things first.
I might start off. No, I don't know. I feel like I might
Mhm.
through town to get experience with the humans live.
Right.
What time? What time is it supposed to be?
Just in the morning, so just whatever you're doing. So we'll say around about 10 o'clock in the morning.
I will come into the office roughly about 12 because
Right.
I'm going to be at my penthouse going over some contracts and things
Okay.
like that, and having some and doing some overseas moves. So up until 12, I'm at home. After 12, I will be at the office.
Okay. So you guys,
Um.
yep,
Oh, and she also uh will have her com in her ear, so
right,
you guys can let her know what's going on.
cool, cool. So you get a call again, but this one is in Midtown down by near Fort Clinton. Apparently, someone is robbing Second National Bank, um, and again, it's someone who seems to have some sort of super ability. Um, the police have reported. No, no, you don't. Oh, Hank Graviton can teleport. He's the only one that can teleport at the moment. Yeah. So you've got a brief description. There seems to be one individual, but this one individual seems to control really weird energies, which when they come in touch with something seems to destroy it. That's the best description you get at the moment. Um, so she is over here on, I think it's Borey Street. I can't see it quite clearly, but anyway, I'm going to call it Borey Street for now. Robbing the Second National Bank.
Where?
Sorry,
Where?
just where I ping. Yeah, just
Oh,
above
okay.
Fort Clinton. Yep. Um, yeah, and there is 2 hostages. Um, they describe them as a mother and a daughter. Everyone else has managed to get out of the bank, and the perp hasn't seemed to be too interested in that, but she's got two hostages from other people's description, sort of cornered by these black blobby masses, is the way they describe them. Yeah, so that's basically it. We're on to the RAT again, I guess, Kulak, as you're moving through town. You'll pretty much get there pretty quickly. I'm assuming
Anyone need to pick up that I want to like transport
Where is it?
on a bike?
Where is it this time?
Where is it again? In Bayside?
over here in Midtown. Yeah, just above.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. What time is it?
It's around about 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so I'm home.
Hmm.
So it's Bayside. Is Bayside any good name? About 15
No,
minutes?
no, it's in Fort Clinton down in Midtown.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So I would like a rapid access transit, thank you. Actually, no, I'll just take the sewer system. Horrible, I know.
Okay, so it'll take you a wee while because your movement's only 25.
I get super speed in water.
Sorry.
Are there
I
any
get
high
super
rises?
speed if I get into water.
Okay. So okay, cool.
Sewers.
Yep. Sorry.
Are there any high rises in Midtown? I haven't. I just drove
Midtown,
past.
there are a few, but they are tend to be clustered around this area here, and I think because that's the police station, I think, or something. There's something central there, but over where you are in Fort Clinton, usually like 3 or 4 stories, not really high rises, but several floors buildings.
Okay, so we're talking brownstones and things like
Pretty
that.
much,
Midtown. Midtown is pretty much Brooklyn. Gotcha.
pretty much, pretty much. Yeah. Yeah.
I would probably. This would be. Yeah. So I would probably be in Chelsea.
Mhm.
I would have I'm sure you have high rises in downtown.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Definitely.
Chelsea is a high class area, luxury
Mhm.
area. So I would probably have a high rise and my penthouse would be on
Water.
Waterfront.
the water,
Because
Yep.
it's funny, well,
the foot view and all of that.
Aye.
just a
So
small
I
should
would
ask
probably.
for one in the Narrows.
No. Slightly out of view
Oh
there.
no, you don't. Yeah, the narrows is not good.
No. Okay, so basically, Kulak, you're moving there. You're on the scene first. The police, um, the guy that you're talking to. Okay, so well this time Abyss isn't, so you can pick Evan up quick. You guys are there pretty much, within a round or two. Abyss is coming through the sewers, so you're going to be a little bit late this time. So the cop gives you the info. So Second National Bank, it's a big building. We're talking like, the building takes up about 100 by 100 by about 2 levels. Above that there's apartments. Um, there's the main offices above, and then more the clientele sort of areas in the ground floor. Um, so it's got columns in it to hold up the ceiling and the buildings above. Um, but if you think of it like a one big area with a whole lot of counters and desks and seating areas, sort of thing, where sort of individual conversations can take place about various financial things, is what you're sort of looking at. So it's not white, it's not open. There's lots of things you can do with cover and that sort of stuff. But
And is the hostel in the front area, are they?
no, they're in near the vault, which is actually in near the back.
Downstairs.
No, no, straight through.
Is there a downstairs?
Not sure. Nobody is sure about that. So you've got a mother and a child in there that are held hostage by these two floaty things that apparently destroy or disintegrate or something things once they touch them. So and this cop doesn't bother ringing the Mania. He just says, okay, take over. So Ever Mystic and Kulak, I need both of you guys to roll for some initiative numbers.
That way we're here.
No, because you're going to have to start moving in and do something.
Initiative?
Yes, please. Okay, so whatever happens on my part that you don't know about, and then you guys go.
Any chance you can make the hostages invisible? So she thinks they've disappeared. Maybe
Oh, we're
silenced.
there already? Oh, okay, I didn't know we were there.
You're outside the bank.
Outside, walking in.
Of course. How many of them are there?
2 hostages, mother and daughter, in the back somewhere. Did the boys know where, or did we get the date up?
No, they're in the central part of the ground floor somewhere.
Okay, I use my first action to
Yep.
bring in
Yep.
two of my minions.
Two big hitter ones.
Two big hitters.
Okay, cool. Now I think they have 2 actions, and they have is it 4 SC each or 2 SC each?
It's normally two, so two, yeah, so they have four.
4. Okay, 4 SC, and they have 2 actions. Cool.
Make sure.
I'm pretty sure they do a lot better.
Lowest two plus two, yeah, so they have four.
Cool. Cool. Okay.
Um,
What shapes? What
one of
sort of?
them,
Yep.
one of them is a mouse,
Okay.
and I tell him to head in. Let me make sure. Yeah, one is a mouse, and I tell
Mhm.
him to head in and see if he can find where the hostages is.
Mhm.
Do that. Do
Yep.
that. Both of them are going to be mouse at this point,
Okay.
and they're both in the opposite direction. So
Cool.
I have two Mises.
Misa's trying to do some reconnoitering as you guys try to get closer. Okay.
So
So
I should roll stealth for them.
no, you won't have to, because no one's going to look for mice.
Oh,
Yeah. Perfect plan. So I'm not going to. There's no. Yeah. At the moment, no. They're just going to get in and see what they can see. So you guys are waiting outside until you can see one of them at least return. So it's pretty much only going to take them a turn to get in and get back. So basically, you send them in, they have a turn of looking around, then they have a turn of getting back to you. Basically what they can see, excuse me, is there's been a bit of damage. People have knocked stuff over in their exit, that sort of stuff. There is some cursory damage, like pieces of table missing or a bit of column missing. So at the back there is like one huge long wall-to-wall row of counters with, of course, entry points, the fold-up table thingy or the desk, whatever, at both ends for people to enter to get behind the desks. And it's behind the desks where the hostages are. And then further in, they didn't really go too close, but there seems to be something there that describe it as a human, but this human is somehow creating these things, and when they touch the door, it seems to be slowly eroding the door away. That's all they can. And so what they've seen is this person's brought in a 6 of these things, and they attack the door, and they sort of eroded part of the metal away, and then they vanish, and then so brings in another 6. That's a female. Brings in another 6, and it just keeps on happening this way. That's what they're seeing.
okay. What about the missing clothing?
The They are on the ground. The mother is holding the child, and floating above them are two of the same sort of blobby things that are eating away at the door, floating above them,
Okay,
like
well, I
as in
think
about 4 feet above them. So like they are very close.
okay. Well, looks like we do have an issue here. Whoever she is, she seems to be able to manifest astrals or something. Unfortunately, she is threatening the mother with the child, with two of them.
Hmm.
I'm thinking, yes. What happened to and then she looks to Abyss.
So I should be talking to Abyss. Abyss, you are, I would say, probably in Midtown, somewhere to the north, perhaps in Columbia Point. It'd be another 2 or 3 rounds before, even at running, you could get to anywhere near the area.
So, like I say, I'll say that about at best I might be able to, dilute it, if not sort of neutralize it, depending on what sort of acid it is.
Okay.
Is it not antimatter or some other weird thing?
It, the
That's snake.
So your creature would describe it as a black mass that does, like, you know how wax moves in a lava lamp.
Yeah.
That sort of structure is what you're talking about. Of course, without the lava lamp, but the waxy stuff in the middle. It's sort of that sort of almost fluidy sort of movement. It doesn't break apart. It just, yeah.
Right. I'm not an expert on science fiction, not exactly a scientist, but all the books I've ever read say that antimatter touches matter. So
Oh,
I'm going to nix the idea and say it's antimatter.
Hmm.
How long do we give you this?
How long is a piece of string?
3 or 4 rounds, basically. You'd be, yeah.
Oh dear, get him, boy.
He doesn't know where she is.
this where are you?
Getting close.
Fair.
I think I just passed Midtown.
We kind of need you here now. I think you're going to be very important to deal with this woman.
Okay.
So, tell him just stop where you are right now.
Yeah, okay, so what he
Where
needs to do is find out where I am.
Okay, radio.
would you like to go?
I'm effectively running, moving the same speed, calling for water.
Oh,
Just
you guys move at the same speed?
I'm doing it in straight lines through the cells.
Wait, I go straight lines over the roads.
Straight lines over the roads.
Oh,
You
oh,
have super speed in water.
Yeah, I have super speed in water.
Okay.
oh. Okay. Keep going then.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah, well,
So
Not much.
probably 1 round later she'll pop up through some manhole.
well,
Do I
That's
see
where
this happen?
it's going to take you.
Probably. Yeah.
When Abyss gets here, it's shit. Travel.
yeah,
Right.
thanks.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, no, you couldn't.
So while you've got the free round, are you sending away your people and bringing them back as something else, Eben?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But I'm keeping I'm keeping the tubes as close to me.
Yep. So what form do you want to bring them back in?
Um, Thinking right about now.
Some sort of,
Hmm.
Okay. One of them they're going to be
Mm-hmm.
And strangely enough, both of them had horns, and the other one has a dark, spooky halo above it.
Okay, cool. Okay, guys, so you're all there. What's your plan? I guess it's initiative.
Yep.
Alright, let's do it. See what we think.
That would only work if I had the right little.
I know, right?
Do my first card.
So they got a 6, Kulak got a 10, Evan Mystic got a 5 and a 2, which is no,
No, I've got a 2, not a 5. A 5
a
is a 2.
2. Okay. So Abyss and Kulak go first, followed by them, followed by Evan Mystic and her 2 Demon and Angel.
Engage super sneaky mode.
So that's one action, and then move in.
Move in.
Okay.
What's the plan?
They didn't tell you any plan. You saw.
He didn't get a chance to.
Yeah.
He just,
Yep.
she just up and
Well, you
went
said let's do this. So.
Yep. So she went translucent, which makes it really hard for her to see. And then you could see her move off, and eventually you'll lose sight of her for a while until she moves or does something to give away a location, sort of thing. Um, that's what Abyss has done. Kulak.
Cool. I shall follow behind Abyss. Has she gone through the door into the back yet, or?
No, she won't get there in time. You might be able to.
Okay. Wait.
Don't forget, you've had a night's rest, which gives you your hit points back, your
Yep.
SC back.
Yeah. I tell Abyss to wait.
Okay.
Um, we need to first rescue the boss or something.
Yeah, rescue the hostage.
Lucifer
Yep.
and Michael will handle the hostages.
How are you going to stop the balls of whatever they are dropping onto the hostages?
The two of you will need to keep her
Oh, so they're
distracted and
hovering
engaged.
above them.
Yeah.
Yes, and I will deal with the two wolves from the Lucifer and Michael will deal with keeping the mother and daughter out.
Um,
So
we, we just
the balls melt when they touch something, right?
The balls disintegrate or cease to exist.
Yes.
Yeah, they cease to exist when they have their effect.
Can I make a suggestion? And I know it sounds really cruel.
jump into it.
The shadow creatures that you summon pretty much are expendable, yeah?
They would be useful. I don't think I want to. Besides, I don't want to do the risks of her just adding more to it. Let's get them out of there right away.
Yeah, but I'm saying if the two that are current, like two balls that are
We're
right there
going to deal
right
with.
now.
I'll be dealing with those two glowing blobs. You two just engage her. You specifically, Abyss. What form do you think that you might be able to engulf her or something without, drowning her?
This game doesn't allow really for stunting.
Damn.
I'd like to be able to basically stick her inside a cage of,
Wait a
whatever.
minute, I thought that was the whole idea of this game. It's freeform.
It's a little bit freeform.
What?
You'd have to develop it as a power, but that's okay. Yeah, after we've done this, there's another rule set that I bought that we might like to play sometime, but I'll talk about that later. So, at the moment, Eben said that she will look after the two things that are guarding the mother and the daughter. Her shadow folk will try to take care of the mother and the daughter, and that
If you can take
Abyss
those out,
and
like,
Kulak.
grab them and get out, basically. Pretty cool.
I'm gonna need the two of you to go after the big bad.
Mm,
If she wants to do it this way, I'll put their lives in your hands. Then, how do you want us to? Do you want me to just walk in the door and show you to it?
Yeah, grab a piece of broken table.
Hiking.
Actually, I was about to develop the both of you, and invisibility.
Okay, that's not going to be 100% perfect because that's beyond your spell's ability. You can camouflage, but you won't be able to do invisibility.
Okay.
Or, actually no, sorry. Um, you can have a chance of invisibility, but it'll only be on one plane, like a mirror in front of them. So if someone to look at the side, they'd still see them, sort of thing.
Okay. Well, as
So
long as
it's,
they're coming at the straight at her, then
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. So just that, yeah, it's got to be pretty limited, but that would be okay because that'd be sort of like a camouflage mirror sort of thing,
okay.
being a light around them or
As long as
something.
it just bends the light around them,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah,
I'll,
cool.
I'll grab a chair on the way, Steph.
Okay, well, first of all, I think Evan Mystic's going to try to put these things in front of you to give you some limited amount of,
Okay. I'm going to focus.
yeah. That means you only got one thing then.
Okay. Well, we'll take 2 rounds.
Okay, ready up. So, okay, before you go, away you go. And the first one doesn't
That doesn't work.
work. And the second one, that must have worked. Yes, because you got a 4.
4 works. Yeah.
Yep. So Kulak's covered.
And the new round.
Mm-hmm. No.
Dang. Dang.
Oh, Abyss can
They,
cover herself.
Yeah, well, she's got this field around her now. It's just taking a wee bit longer. But
I'm letting you guys go in, and I'll come in after with Michael and Lucifer.
okay.
It's just Abyss has invisibility.
Well, she doesn't. She has a camouflage ability. But
Yeah.
so the thing is, though, you've got these things in front of you that you don't see, but you move in. Let me have a quick look. Okay. Right. Nothing seems to be reacting to your presence inside at the moment. You pick up some hunk of furniture or something, Kulak, as is your norm. Abyss, you're moving into, so by now you're up to that back row of counter, um, and beyond that is where the mother and daughter will be, roughly in the centre of all of that, with these two, and you can actually already see these two floaty blobby, like as I said, the melted wax in a lava lamp sort of thing, moving. Just it's sort of just bobbing a little bit, but also doing their flowy movement sort of thing. And then you sort of, as you sort of stretch to see, you can see the mother holding the daughter in her arms tightly. And in the background, you can see the doors, and you can hear some movement, um, and some sort of curse, a female's voice saying, "God damn it! Why is it taking so long?"
Right, so I'm going to sort of, stop near the hostages first.
You're gonna have to get over somehow over the counter.
Okay.
So that in itself is going to be hard because the only real way to enter is either from either end to the doors or try to climb over the counter through the small window that they've served through.
Okay. I will attempt to slip through that gap.
Okay.
Can we see the hostile yet or not yet?
See the what, sorry?
We can hear it.
You can hear the supers somewhere in the back.
Cool. In which case, um, uh, is there any access in towards the door that the super is through, or not really?
Yeah, that's easy.
Cool, because I just want to wait out of sight in that doorway until these hostages have been rescued.
Mhm.
Okay. I'm going to make myself unseen now.
Mhm. Not with that roll.
Not with that roll.
So we'll go into initiative. So, because things are happening. So, everyone roll initiative. So, at this point, what we've got is we've got Evan still outside trying to get invisible. We've got up by the counter Kulak with some piece of furniture in his hand, and Abyss about to start to mount the counter to get through it. In the centre behind the counters is the mum and the daughter on the floor. Floating above them are the two black masses. Through the doors at the back, off to one side, you're not sure which side, you've heard a voice cursing that it's taking so long, and that's about it, in a sort of a female voice. So that's what you've got at the moment. So, okay, I know what I do. Boom, I do my bit. Okay.
Me and you have the same roll.
Oh, okay, sorry, you go first. So you're outside and trying to. So are you focusing and then?
Actually, if there is nobody watching, I'm just going to stealth in as opposed to try and tell myself what was going on.
Okay. What are you telling the other two to do?
Well, they're supposed to be trying to go and engage her and keep her attention.
No, you're two shadow people.
Oh, the two shadow people.
Yeah.
Their job is to protect and get the mother and the daughter out.
Okay.
So both Michael and Emerson are
Right.
going to go in
Right.
and basically shield the two of them just to take out the blobs.
Okay. So they're gonna basically have to run in or run/fly in.
Once I can see the blobs,
Mhm.
I'm going to take my two hands, hold them out,
Right.
and then push them together. And again, that little sparkly energy flows out to the sides of each of those two blobs,
Mhm.
and two pillows appear and basically squashes them together.
Okay.
If
If
you
you can
want
do
to
that.
say,
Yep.
basically causing the impact to complete.
Okay.
Would this be a ranged attack or would this be a melee attack?
So you go in. Um, your guys do their first move. They're not quite there yet. You start holding out and start casting a spell. It's a magical attack because you're using magic. So 3d6, a 5 or a 6 makes the effect happen.
Ah,
When you're ready to roll. Tara.
sorry.
That's alright. That's got one of those, has to be a good roll. Yeah, 5 and a 6, that's fine. Okay, two fluffy pillows basically come to appear, move over. They actually touch, and both of those things just puff out of existence, as does your magical constructs. And at this stage, your two shadowy creatures will pass through, gather them. They can't do anything else, but like they're gathering them at the moment. Abyss, what are you and Kulak doing?
Like I say, I'm gonna try and snipe through
Okay, you
I
can.
noticed that the dangerous thingies are gone.
Oh yeah, no, you suddenly see these pillows suddenly push towards them. It doesn't even manage to push them together, and they just touch the pillows, and everything just winks out.
Yeah, I'm less about mounting the counter quietly now then,
Mhm.
kind of diving through.
Yep. Okay. And what about you, Kulak? How are you getting through?
I walked up to the door that it sounded like she was through.
Well, you got to get through the counter doors, one of those first.
The access doors I need to enter the campaign.
Oh, she
Yeah.
must have destroyed one of them.
No.
What? How did she get back there then?
Well, you'll have to ask her that when you catch her.
Hmm.
So you're going for the left door or the right door?
I'm guessing this is like a bank. Oh, this is a bank counter with those plastic screens or whatever it
Yeah,
is.
yeah, they come down, but then you've got the two doors either end of the counter that let you go through.
When all the employees fled the fucking place, they left one open.
Yeah,
But which one?
Left or yeah. If I had have known that, I would have
Yeah.
gone and checked one of the doors because
Okay.
she's not behind the counter, but
No.
the next door is.
Yep, she's in the back door. Yep. So okay, you check the left door, and that's one that's open.
Cool. Keep
So
on
that
casually walking through.
okay, you walk up. Basically, you for your move, you'll you'll be jogging really to get the full distance, but you get to the door you want to be at.
Yep.
Yep. And this same for you. You'll end up at the door. Um, you can see Lucifer and Michael have grabbed hold of the hostages. They can't do anything else, but it looks like they're going to be moving out as quick as they can. And at the front, around about 25 feet in front of the door, is Eben doing her magic. Okay, so we go for a new round. Seven for them, 8 for Eben Mystic, 8 for Kulak, and for Abyss, 8. You guys did a really awesome job there. So, I'm gonna say,
When a plan comes
yeah,
together.
I'm gonna say that Michael and Lucifer managed to get them to the other side of the counter because they got to go through a door. Because although they can move quite easily through the hole, the people can't. So, but they'll, yep, and they'll be moving them out. Yeah, that's their move done because they're just following your orders about getting those people out. They're not out of the building, but
they can take their 2 moves to get them as far as they can.
yep. And so Abyss and Kulak, you're the closest. What are you doing?
So I'm going to still in my stealthy sort
Hmm.
of thing, move into the room and sort of off to one side.
Okay, just give me a chance here. So how I doubt it very much because she's going to need a 6. No. Okay.
And she's got some of these things floating around.
She's got 6 of these things, and she sort of stops, and she's like she's looking left, right.
She just realised that the other 2 have, vanished.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
And she, yep.
Sorry, Steph. Any chance there's a stack of paperwork nearby?
Not really, no. If there was, it would have been pushed over by now with everybody moving out real quick.
Yep.
But that's in the room you're in, not in the chamber that she's in.
Yep.
The chamber she's in is huge vault, and then you've also got the another barred off vault. This one's like one of those big huge round door things that she's actually attacking. Abyss, what you can see is that this door has been basically eaten away. There's a couple of small holes in it, but it's not big enough to actually provide any egress into it at all at the moment.
She doesn't see me.
At the moment, perhaps
Yeah,
not.
at the moment. But I mean, I'm going to announce where I am whether it turns around.
Is there sprinklers, Steph?
There would be.
It's the same idea as me. They can't, if they flash out of existence when they make contact with anything, what do they think setting a sprinkler is going to do? Hit them all the time. I'm going to just strike while the iron is hot and take a shot at her back.
Okay,
When she turns around, she doesn't see me still.
that's all cool.
Right, so using my second action, I can't focus this round, but it's right.
And that's it. Why do you roll 3d6? Oh, that's your proficient weapon. Sorry, your proficient weapon, isn't it? You know, your mastered weapon. Sorry. Yeah, that's all cool. Okay, cool. All good there. Yeah.
So she takes 3 points.
3. She does take 3 points. She's not terribly happy about that. I tell you.
Hopefully still hiding, pretty
We'll
much
see.
inside.
Yep. Kulak, what are you up to?
Is there sprinklers?
There are.
Set up sprinklers.
Usually it's the, well,
Heat.
most normal
Depends on the
sprinkler
type.
things, no.
glass oil thing, yeah,
glass
that they
oil
break.
thing, and if you break it, then it's usually because the heat it causes it to expand and breaks the glass. Yep, you break it, that's when they will explode.
And
So
that's
that's
that
when
one.
that
That,
one will explode.
yeah, but it sets off a reaction.
Usually, okay, if one goes off, it usually sets off.
Well, eventually all the others will go off, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Is there a sprinkler above me somewhere?
You can move to one, yeah.
I whack it with the chair.
Make your roll. Make your roll. No, you miss.
And second swing will hit.
You will hit. Okay, the sprinkler goes off. The others haven't gone off just yet.
But at least I'm in a range now.
Yeah. And then on her turn, she turns around.
Pizza delivery.
Yeah. So that's not a movement yet. So for the first action, okay, you can see 8 of these things, and they're all attacking you, Abyss.
Me.
Yeah,
Oh, this.
yeah. Well, she's the only one that's, yeah,
Spotted me.
possibly. We'll see. A miss. So it's still in existence. A hit. Take a point of damage. A miss, so it's still in existence. A hit, and that's it goes out. A hit, so that's 4 points of damage and 3 points of damage, and 5 of them done. And the 6th one, 4 points of damage and miss. So there's 4 of them still floating, and a miss. 5 of them still floating. Yep. 4 hit you and 4 missed. So there's 4 points of damage, and those 4 just blink out. And she just stands there and smiles, and then, God, there's 8 around you again.
Hit around her or?
Around Abyss. She doesn't do anything else. She just goes boom and then boom. Okay, so you're standing in front of a girl who basically you could describe as punk goth. She has black mascara or something all across her eyes, you know, that band across her eyes sort of thing. Sort of short, spiky haircut, and rather a big snarl on her face. And she says something to the effect of, "I'll teach you to interrupt my shopping spree."
Why so serious?
So we'll go back to initiative. Eben, sorry, no.
I should have gone already.
Yep,
Go.
yep, so you can go.
Well, we're all on the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I move in to the door that they headed into.
That's, you'd have to jog to get there, the distance, because that's like, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, that's okay, that's one action.
And seeing those 8 balls of badness around this,
Mhm.
I hold my palm up
Mhm.
and I blow across it like this.
Yep.
And as I blow across it, sand comes out. A spray of sand spreads out into the room and washes over them. It's not going to do any damage to her. It's not going to do any damage to this. But the particles hopefully will hit
Mhm.
the balls.
Okay, where you go.
It's not going to do any damage to me, but I'm going to end up with sand in places I don't.
Consider it a beach day.
Considering I'm made out of water.
I'm not sure if it hit.
No, 2. No, nothing. Okay, so that's okay. You know what you're going to do next round. So all you have to do now is get a better initiative score than she does. Okay, make your initiative scores, folks. 9 for Mystic, 4 for Kulak, and Abyss. 12. That's pretty good. She gets a 12. So Abyss, then her, then Evan Mystic, and then Lincoln.
Right, so I'm going to follow Kulak's example. I'm going to pop, you know, one of the sprinklers above me.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I'm going to focus into it so I get my best chance at
Yep.
sort of, thank
One
God
hits.
I did that.
Yep, that's okay.
Yeah.
So
Shower time.
that's fine. So you'll be starting to regenerate shortly. Then it's her turn. So she makes an. She'll do both her actions at the same time. Some of them and attack you with them at the same time. So not one of them hits you, and then they all blink out of existence because of the water coming down. That then leads us down to Evan Mystic.
Would be me. I take my fingers, my
Mm.
forefinger and my thumb, and I start pressing them together on
Mm-hmm.
both hands
Yep.
at the same time, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that sparkle of magic goes out, and next to her, she starts hearing this incessant tambourine sound in her ears. Basically, it's an attempt to
Distract and try to take out her
distract
concentration.
and
Yep.
take, yeah,
Cool.
mess with her concentration.
Yep.
Basic magic or range?
Magic.
Oh, range magic or basic magic?
It'd be a basic magic roll because it's an effect, not an attack sort of thing. So
I will use I use 1 round to concentrate to
cool.
focus.
So 4, 5, or 6.
Nicely.
4 and a 6. Okay, boom. Okay, so the spell comes into effect. I will give her a saving throw now, and next time she's going to have to use an action if she wants another one, if she doesn't succeed. Interesting. And she doesn't succeed this round, so she's going to lose an action at least next round, unless she can do something else. Kulak, you start seeing the rest of the sprinklers starting to pop on your 4.
Cool. How old roughly is this girl?
You haven't seen her yet, so you don't know.
Oh, I thought it was standing at the doorway.
Not really.
Okay, I'll start walking in.
Okay, right. She looks of all of about like 16, 17, perhaps 18.
Yeah, I think
Cool.
Eunice does as well, doesn't
Yep.
In which case I'll go up to her, cheer up, emo kid. You need a hug, and I'll hug her.
he? Cheer up, emo duck.
And you'll hug
So,
her.
Yep, I'll try and pick her up and hug her.
Okay, make your roll. No, you don't. Unfortunately.
Holding a chair. Does that mean I get 2 hugs?
No, because you're not attacking her with the chair. You are trying to hug her with your arms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just
Okay, so emo duck does not get hugged.
I was gonna say, throwing the chair at her and telling her to sit the fuck down would have been more appropriate.
Okay, so we go to initiative. 5 for Kulak, 7 for Kulak, 3 for Ebon Mystic, and 5 for Abyss, and 7 for her. So Kulak, you're up first.
Cool. Since I can't hit her twice, well, since I'm trying to hug her, I drop the chair and give her another hug.
Okay. Nope.
Again, can I use my move as well?
If you want to use your move to move somewhere else, it's up to you.
To hug her.
You have 2 attacks. If you're hugging is an attack,
Two
2
Oh,
actions.
2 actions.
Yeah.
Sweet. Stop dodging and hug me. Creepy.
Okay. Well, no, thank you for that, she says. Because then she calls forth all 8 of the things all around her. Oh, who else did that hurt? You.
Nope.
So she doesn't have to aim at anything because she's just calling them right around herself. And she's immune to her own power. Sorry, I always do the wrong number here. Okay, but she only gets 1 attack. And she hits you. 8. And then they cease to exist.
Cool. That will drop you like -1.
0. No, never -1. So at the beginning of next round, what you do is you got regeneration though, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah. So at the beginning of your next round, the first thing you do is make a. Well, you're safe with regeneration because in the first round you roll to see if you stabilize, and the second round if you didn't, you roll again. If you didn't, you die. But by that time you will have regenerated a point, so you're okay.
Yep. So next round I stand back up.
Well, no.
Oh.
No, it's
Depends on whether you
yeah,
go first roll or not.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so she gets a really chronic smile and she says, "Call me ego duck shit." And it's now, I think, Abyss goes next. Yeah, I missed it. Yeah.
Who last?
No, me first, then him.
Yep. What are you doing, Abyss?
Yeah, sorry. My
Yeah.
seems to cut out for like a 10-second period.
Okay.
So I'm going to basically again switch.
Cool. She can't do anything. She only got 1 action because of the bloody constantly ringing in her ears. 3 points of damage, and she just falls against the back of the thing and goes down. That's it. Next round, you might move over to Kulak.
That's
My roll a 1d6 or a 2d6?
2d6.
take care of Kulak. I'm going to
Yeah,
sit
fine.
up.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. And on your initiative, yeah, you'd have 1 hit point. You could sit up then. But basically, I've worked out that when you do that, when you're at 0 hit points, you don't automatically just sit up. It takes a wee while for you to come to. But in your case, with regeneration, you basically stopped the damage from dying, and then you regenerated, which gave you the ability to sit up. But only regenerating people will be able to do that. Yeah.
Which made the fight of those vampires work evil, which is the reason why I chose regeneration.
Yes.
bask in the wetness for a little bit, just to regen.
Yep.
And I'm going to go and find up, what's her face, make sure she's not dying.
That's okay.
Looking cool looking thing with that unique way. Backside?
Yeah. Well. So the.
Hey,
Yeah.
sometimes people just need a hug. Sometimes do you want a hug?
No. I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah. So you call in the police. They come in.
Bugs obviously hurt you more than they hurt the person.
That's right. Oh, what he's willing to do, eh? But unfortunately, we're going to have to leave it there for this year. But you're starting to see a bit of a pattern, so I'll just turn the recording off.